Hmm. Hmm. At least I got my charger this time. Maybe. Why is this thing black? Wonder why the camera isn't working. That's why the camera's not working. Because I have it pressed up against something black. That makes perfect sense right there. I had to screw with somebody. First person that came in, it just happened to be you. Like, yep, busted my camera. No more streams. God, when did I drop my last phone? Hey, you just happened to join. By the looks of it, you have notifications on. So, that's your problem. I very rarely turn notifications on for YouTube. I appreciate that, by the way. That's awesome. I didn't know anybody actually did that. Probably going to take the watch off again. We have the AC in the house set to 74, and my usual comfortable temp is sitting at about 70. Well, I am indeed a real person. I'll agree with that. Expired Pepsi. Aviation kid, what's your favorite plane? And that's a two-part question, by the way. Favorite civilian plane and then favorite military plane. Swiss Airlines, what? I think my favorite plane is my favorite. Oh, that's a hard question, too. My favorite civilian planes are the 747 because it's just freaking big, and the Airbus, I think it's an A320 Beluga. It's a knifey spoon because we're playing knifey spoony. A sharp spoon. And then favorite military aircraft is probably F-18. You guys have seen the meme that I'm thinking of. ABC 130. I haven't heard of that one. I've heard of the C-130. The AB version doesn't sound familiar though. Oh, AC-130, okay. Spooky. Things are badass. They deserve the credit they get too. The kind of shit they force into that thing and it just goes around in circles blowing shit up. What is the official nickname of, let's see, nickname of the AC 130? I think it's Spooky. Okay, yeah, so it has three. Hell in the Sky and Spooky. So, yep. So, neither of us are wrong. There we go. This is fake. Yep, you're right. This is all AI. I'm fake. I'm not a real person. The A10 takes down, that old phone is a Galaxy J3 Achieve. And yes, this is definitely AI. These are fake. This knife doesn't exist. You don't exist. Nothing in this world exists. Wake up. Nothing in this world exists at all, yeah. This is up for sale, by the way. It's the first time I've ever gotten it to fail to deploy. Button lock Warncliffe with a flipper tab. You're asking a lot. It's 45 right now. God. The QSP Hawk. Oh yeah, AC-130 is a badass. After delivery, depends on which choice you make on shipping services. This goes through Blade Binge. So this QR code will bring you to my Blade Binge account. You can check out all the knives that I have up for sale. I add one like every week. I have 5 up for sale right now. All of them are on the table, so I can show them all to anybody who might be interested. QSP Hawk, we were talking about that. Fake goods, unless you consider me being an AI making me fake, then none of these goods are fake. Florida, if I were to ship it directly to you, it would be like $5, but through QSP Hawk, through Blade Binge, it'll probably be like 10, unfortunately. Oh yeah, the Hawk. We were talking about this yesterday. Low to high. I would probably go with... Do they not make one in G10? I guess not. Blue micarta. I would love for you to prove that all of these are fake. I would absolutely love for you to prove it. Yeah, this is a Kershaw. This one's also up for sale. I have 1, possibly 2 OTFs. I have more push button autos than I have OTFs though. This one's up for sale, but it's not on Blade Binge. That one's through Instagram. For the cryo, I think it's sitting at 35 on Blade Binge right now. After shipping, it'll be somewhere between 40 and 45. Let me see. Yep, the cryo's sitting at 35. And you mean Kolkata? I know, you should check your local knife laws. So yeah, the Cryo 2, it's not a regular Cryo, it's a larger version of the first version, which is that one right there. Is sitting at 35 plus whatever you pick for shipping. None of my, I don't accept returns. I just took this thing apart. You can't look up your own knife laws? Oh, I'm definitely 100%. I have a lot of Kershaws actually. Specifically for sale or just in general just to look at? I'll pull the ones I have out for sale first. Kershaw Leak in olive drab green and black blade. And then up here somewhere, I should probably take this off the table. Okay, so yeah, the ones I have for sale at the moment are these two and Kershaw Whirlwind. We have two people from India in here. Actually, I'm going to be honest, it's a little surprising, but I think after the US, the next 37% of my viewers are in the US, and 6%, which is the next largest number, is from India. So 6% of my viewers are from India. Fun little fact about my channel. Yep, Kershaw Whirlwind right here. Yes, there's a lot of you. That doesn't change anything. I mean, actually, those metrics might have changed. We can see. It actually is kind of surprising. You never know who's going to be interested in your stuff. You really do never know. Analytics. We will scroll down and see 49,934 views in the last 2 days. And 139 subscribers. Damn. And 45,000 of those views in the last 28 days were from live streams. Audience. Let's see here. 0.5% of my viewers are 13 to 17. I've got a lot of metrics here. 93% are male. 7% are female. Okay, so 27, it's changed a lot in the last week. 27.2% in the US and then 2.2% in India. And next up is in Canada. And most of them are not subscribed. Actually, I have a lot that are. That's surprising. But yeah, there's a lot of the stuff about my channel. You get a lot of info from YouTube Studio. Oh, we're just talking about where most of the people that watch my videos are from. I had somebody selling or saying that I was selling fake knives, which happens apparently. I didn't know that. You've been watching my vids when you need to relax. I appreciate that. I really do. The only reason this thing's going anywhere is because people watch, so. Yeah, so when you close the stream. If you close the stream and open it back up, you'll see that there's a little thing that you can click on that said, say hi. And it'll do your name said hi with a little emoji that you can only do on YouTube. Puerto Rico. Have I been there? I don't think I've been there. It's probably hot down there, though. See? A lot of people just said hi. With the little waving emoji. Collecting knives is my hobby. Actually, all of these ones are for sale right here. I have a lot more than just that, but yeah. It is an option when you first come to chat, yes. You have an OTF that's been run over by a truck 4 times and still opens. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. OTFs are super overbuilt. Hey, my I'll be back eventually sign. Sitting on top of my only OTF. For the Horde, huh? That sounds like something I've heard before, but I don't know where it came from. If I didn't want to sell it, it wouldn't be up for sale. I don't need the money. The channel doesn't really need the money either, so... Everything that I don't have any butterfly knives, no. Everything that I have up for sale is stuff that I don't want, or I bought specifically to sell. Like this leek, I bought specifically to sell. Giving people a decent deal on it. It's not brand new, but all the wear items have been replaced, so it's practically new. This one I bought to sell. I try and keep everything under what they go for brand new by at least 20 bucks. The Whirlwind, that's a different story. Every once in a while I'll have one up that's either rare, like this. Yeah, I use a knife as a toothpick. I also use toothpicks as toothpicks. Depends on what I have on me. I might see if I can order a new spring for this one. It doesn't really need it, but, you know. Or maybe I have a spring for it and I just haven't put it in yet. I have a lot of spare parts for Kershaw's that I order. I haven't done any maintenance on this one. I cleaned it without opening it. Actually, did I? No, I didn't. Go figure. I really don't want to take it apart though, because it's a little more... Yeah, 13 inches overall length is a little large. The largest knife I'll carry is this, and I think overall length it's like 9 inches. But it's also a fixed blade, not a folding blade. Oh, it's a companion. I didn't realize it still had the barcode on the back. I didn't know. I just knew that it was a Mora that was $10. So go ahead and take the sticker off. And maybe just put it in a different spot. You have a good one. We'll see you later if you can come back. I'm not sure how much longer I'll be on stream. It might be a couple hours or something. But yeah, I was carrying this this companion today. Well, you have a good one, Willie. Would you have today off or something? Is that why you stayed up so late? That would add up. Yep, it won't stick, so we'll just put it on my Q-tip thing. Oh my god, this chair I'm sitting in is hot. But I have a cold drink that I can put behind me. Ooh. Yep, that feels good. Okay. What do we do tonight? I'd start taking stuff apart again, actually. I might as well start taking stuff apart again. That kind of seems like what people follow me for, so... And a lot of people show up when I take stuff apart. They don't stick around for very long, most of the time. But they do show up, and that's the most important part. Is that new people get introduced to the channel, and new people can say hi with the little button that says say hi. We'll start with a T8. Swap to the T6 for the rest of the knife. I've taken this specific knife apart like 7 times. Just because it's cool to see what they did with it. It has a lot of washers. So that is, hopefully you can see it's bronze. Where is my, there it is, my tiny pry tool. And this one has 2. Nylon and another bronze washer. That's just on this side. Then you take the stop pin and the blade off. And on the other side, there's 3 more. One of the most interesting things. It has the second most washers I've ever seen on a knife. The first in line is I have it on the table somewhere. It was wild when I took it apart though. There it is. This Kershaw right here, when I first bought it, wouldn't open all the way. I took it apart and it had 5 washers on each side, totaling up to 10. It was insane. And it needed a good cleaning. Anyway, this doesn't need cleaning. This one's pretty perfect the way it is. But we will do it just because. Wow, reflective. You can almost see my face in the reflection. Because I'm definitely going to let you guys see that. Not anytime soon. Put the stop pin back. Washer, scented mineral oil. Washer, scented mineral oil. And then washer. And then scented mineral oil. Now, of course, this thing's going to smell amazing. Okay. Mineral oil. Then washer. Then more. Then washer. Then more. Now I'm putting way too much on this thing. It doesn't need to have that much. Okay. Then we jam this back on. Mm-hmm. Oh. The stop pin's being fun. Okay. Oh, cool. Oh, so that's what's going on. The pivot screw's being a pain. Are you kidding me? I've never had this much trouble taking this thing apart and putting it back together. But maybe it's because I haven't taken it apart all the way. Boy, this thing's messy. Look at all that stuff. So we'll go ahead and wipe that off. Oh, it's sticky. I wonder what that's from. Well, isopropyl alcohol it is. And then Q-tip to the rescue. Wonder what that sticky stuff is, because the last time I took it apart, it was not sticky. And I haven't used it on anything sticky. At least it wiped up nice. Is that what's going on? What the heck? That explains everything. How fun. There. That's why. Because the pivot wasn't lined up properly. Okay. Next we will put that back. T8 bit. So how's people doing tonight? It is 11:13 by the looks of it. 16. 11:16. Who all's in chat that hasn't talked before? Because there's 53 of you guys. And I wouldn't doubt that I haven't met most of you. Too tight. Nice and smooth. So for anybody curious, I want to give as many people a shot at it as possible. There will be a giveaway in the coming months. I think next month, if possible. I'm having to talk to a few different companies to get it worked out. But there's going to be a watch right here, a silver dime, and a QSP parrot, I believe. So stick around for that. Should be pretty cool. And I'll be reaching out to a couple more companies to see if they would like to sponsor the giveaway as well. All that will do is just add another, or at least one of their products to the giveaway, which would be awesome. And this is all because last night we reached 1,000 subscribers, which took me 2.5 years, almost. I can't believe it took that long to get that far, but I'm not going to complain. Anyway, the giveaway will be subscribers only. If I can pull that off. I hear my cat at the front door. I think chat might be broken. Nope. I guess just nobody's talked since Willie said that. Every once in a while chat breaks and then I don't see anything that anybody sends. It sucks when that happens. You're sitting there thinking nobody's talking to you when people are trying to say stuff. And they just won't let it work. Yes, crab with a knife is a regular in here. One of the few mint flavors that doesn't suck. Hot take. I'm going to lose people for saying that one. Anyway, while we're still here, we can restock my pill bottle full of Q-tips. And maybe make it a little bit more organized than it was before. And all the pill bottle full of Q-tips is for is cleaning. We use it to clean knives. Okay. So we got 5. We'll see if I can make this as organized as possible. And see how many we can fit in here. I know people are going to find this boring, but now I'm curious. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. 9. I usually just jam them in there. 10, 11. Well, there goes one on the floor. 12. 13. 14. I'm gonna be honest, it fits less than I thought. 15, just to make sure. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yep. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Ooh, that's not gonna work out good. 25. The fact that people are actually watching this. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. I am doing well, yes. So we hit a round number, so I'm going to talk real quick. Yeah, it's a penguin. I've enjoyed it. It's one of my favorites. I carried it for like 3 weeks because I enjoyed it so much. And I usually only get to carry them for a week. 31. Currently, we're just filling this up to see how many fit in it. 32. 33. 34. 35. 36. Starting to get a little tight in there. 37. 38. 39. 40. Is this clean? It is 41. Looks like 42. There you go. Maybe 43 if I stick one more right over there. There's space in the back, but not in the front. We'll try the number 43, and if it fits fine, then that's it. 43. There we go. That's how many it'll fit. Nope, don't think I could. Nice try, though. Anyway, we just use the... I've already said it before, but we use the Q-tips for cleaning knives around here. They are very useful. And if you're curious, the retention things on Gatorade bottles fits perfectly on pill bottle caps. So now you have a spiky pill bottle cap for when you don't want that little shit to be getting into your pills. I'll bet none of you knew that. Oh, there we go. Now what else should we do? Because we don't have a whole lot to do anymore. And I really don't want to do another entire collection stream. That stream took like 3 hours. Ooh, carbon fiber. I wish I could make a poll. Ask everybody a question, and everybody gets to do a multiple choice answer, and that way, one, nobody has to talk because almost nobody in here talks. How you doing? And two, I get answers of what people actually want to see. Wait, I can make a poll, can't I? No? I can. Cool. Should I bring more knives out? Yes, no. Hawk and Microtech are going at it now? Why? If they just left each other the hell alone, then nothing would be going on. What's the beef? Because now I'm curious. There has to be something interesting. Somebody actually said no. Carbon fiber. Well, one, was it patented? If it was patented, then okay. If it wasn't, then tough luck. Chip and fibre. I do not have any butterfly knives, no. Not my kind of thing, personally. The owner of Hawknut. Really? That's interesting. I might have to watch that because now I'm curious. If there's something about patent infringement, then I'll completely agree with G and G. What are their names? Garrett and for some reason I want to say Garrett and Gideon, but I know that both of those are wrong. Grant. Grant? Is that it? I don't know anything about Microtech really. All I know is all their OTFs kind of suck because of the tolerances. So if you get anything stuck inside of them, then they just won't open or won't close. I have 82 people watching and only 6 votes on my poll. There is no way, nobody's paying attention. G and G Hawk. Who owns G and G Hawk? About. Yeah, Grant Hawk. So I wasn't wrong on one of those. When customers began favoring folding knives, Grant shifted his focus, eventually creating the dog lock folder. I have one of those. And it was licensed, yep, to CRKT. Gavin and Grant. Okay. I really do want one of their Talons. Those things look sick. Sold out, sold out, sold out. Yep. All the G&G Hawk knives are sold out. No surprise there. Anyway, 8 people voted. 6 people said yes. 2 people said no. We will be bringing out more knives. Okay. So I'll be back in a few minutes with some more knives. They're all upstairs, so that'll be fun. So I'll be back in a few. Sign. There's the sign. I'll be back eventually. Good night. Yep, just more knives that I forgot I had. That's what happens every time I pull out more boxes. $57. I lost people. Damn. I'll bet you a bunch of people joined, saw that it said that, and thought I'd been gone for a long time and just left. I'm like so sure that that happened too. I don't think I'm going to take anything out of that box. We'll just look at the more expensive box, which has a lot less knives in it, but they're cooler, so. Yeah, there's like 6 knives in this box. It's my most empty box. I need to send this in. I'm going to send this in and get it fixed. My first piece in MagnaCut, the Tactile Knife Co. BEXAR is Bayer. That is how you pronounce it. Retails for $200. At least it did last time I checked. It's been a while since I checked. And I'm sure Google would love to tell me. It is still $200. Nice. $200. Titanium and MagnaCut. The Gerber. What is this? It's a Gerber something. These things are freaking spendy. We'll look up Gerber S30V and see if it shows up. Gerber Assert. I looked up Gerber Bug Out and it popped up. So how much is the Gerber Assert? Well, mine isn't green, but that's the first option, so I don't need to know all the specs. I want to know how much it sells for. So tell me. $184.99. Yep, when Benchmade brought the price of their knife up, of course, Gerber had to as well. I might stick around for another hour, but my back's starting to hurt. $189.99 for this. That's just sad. It is the Knife Man. How you doing? I've thought about changing my YouTube name. The Knife Man doesn't sound the worst. Another Gerber in S30V. That sells for like $160. A Kershaw Echelon. These are discontinued. I'll probably sell it for about 90 to 100. I think I'll stick it up tonight for 100. Yeah, my chat's pretty empty right now. It was a little wild earlier, but not that bad. Appreciate you dropping in, though. Having somebody to talk to tends to keep other people around. The James brand, the Redstone. That is the actual name of the knife and the brand. So the James brand. I think this thing sells for like $100, and I'll be selling it for like 50 or something. I need to double check. I need to stop making claims before I. How much do they sell for on eBay? I'm doing all right. Hit 1,000 subscribers yesterday. Pretty excited about that. It's a big milestone right there. James brand red stone over 4,000. I buy most of them used. So yeah, it'll sell for about 50. Because it doesn't have the box. Pretty excited about that. 1,000 is a big number. And then my first Kaiser was a Kaiser Mini Sheepdog in 4V. Yep, in 4V. Aluminum scales. The pocket clip is missing. They want $20 for a new pocket clip, so I just said I won't carry it. Well, why do you wish that? Just out of curiosity. Is it the honesty part? Is it I'm mildly entertaining? Yeah, so this says James on the blade. It looks better in person. You don't see the... Yeah. But yeah, that company's funny. They think that they're the high-end stuff. That's what they seem to try and be going after. The James brand. So if you look them up, it is actually, the brand name is the James brand. And if you look at their knife names, let's go into shop knives. The Humboldt, the Carter, the Redstone, the Chapter 2. No thanks. The Barnes. So basically what I'm saying is it's the James brand, the Humboldt, the James brand, the Carter, the James brand, the Chapter 2, the James brand, the Redstone, So when I say it like that, I'm not screwing around. That is actually how they name them. And that just sounded so dumb when I heard it the first time. Oh, yeah. I don't see why people get intimidated over the internet. Like, big whoop. Nobody cares. I'm just some guy on the internet. I'm no different from anybody else. I just have a following because I decided to upload a video. That's it. There's nothing special about me other than I'm mildly entertaining and have a dark sense of humor. Good times. And I've spent a lot on my hobby. I think that's the biggest difference between me and other people that aren't as well recognized. Not that I'm very well recognized, 1,000, although a lot of people. Doesn't mean that somebody's going to see me on the street and say, hey, I know your voice. I promise you, you don't. Because I don't think that any of my subscribers are in my home state. This one makes a fun sound. When you close it. Sounds like you're breaking something every time you do it. $42 people and 24 likes. 4224. Heck yeah. This will probably be going up for sale too. It's just not my kind of thing. Actually, most of the knives on the table are going up for sale. That's kind of what I started wondering, but I think I've come to the conclusion that most of the people watching me right now don't speak English. And it says 40. Right now it says 30 actually. But the numbers, the average person that's watching these streams sticks around for about 27 seconds. So they get enough time for me to say something, and then they don't decide to say anything back. It's a common thing. Pretty usual. I don't have a problem with it. I'll admit the one-sided conversations kind of suck. It really does. Trying to get people to talk isn't the easiest. Because most of them don't want to. We'll be taking this apart here in a sec, by the way. Everybody seems to be interested in me taking the knives apart and putting them back together. And as much as I enjoy being known for that, I'd like to be known for other stuff too. I don't think that's a whole lot to ask for, but you know, it's the internet. Nobody deserves anything. It's just things happen the way they happen, so. You don't need to worry about telling me you're going to be gone for 50 seconds. Did you get that nasty cough? Oh, please don't tell me you got that nasty cough. That thing sucked when I had it. I haven't uploaded a long form video since that cough. Be glad it's just a runny nose. That cough was brutal. Oh, this is on ball bearings. Okay, get you out of the way. Get that screw over there. And it is time to pry. There we go. We are doing just fine. It's a little less busy right now. We had like 150 people in here earlier, but again, almost nobody was talking. What do you do? I mean, expectations, you can't really have any. So we'll go ahead and clean all this out. But yeah, most people, if they're going to watch, they watch while I'm disassembling knives. Okay. Clean this side. Wonderful. Now we will take a piece of cardboard. Actually, we'll grab a new piece of cardboard. And by new, I mean it's sitting on the ground and I have nothing else to do with it right now. Oh yeah, it always fluctuates. It's hard to be discouraged when you just hit a milestone. So, to be completely fair, I'm on cloud 9 right now. Yeah, let me finish cutting out this piece of cardboard. Ooh, freaking sharp. Hell yeah. Good enough. What? No. Cloud 9 just means I'm in a really good mood. Drugs aren't my thing. I find them to be too expensive, especially with the hobbies that I have. You're good. We were talking about this the other day that people feel so obliged or like they're forced to apologize because everybody has such an attitude these days. You have a good one too, Cameron. Just cleaning these real quick. But yeah, everybody feels like they're forced to apologize when they get something wrong when you're not. You don't have to do anything. But everybody cries about it so much, and I don't know. That is something that you guys have a reputation for. I'll agree with that. That and saying the sound A, although I don't think I've heard it from a single Canadian while talking to them. So that might not be a very that one might not add up. Okay. I wiped that off. Yep, I swap knives every week. I used to do. They'll start coming up again. I stopped doing long form videos, but my because of a cough that I got. And the cough made me lose my voice. And I got my voice back like a couple weeks ago, and then I just kept forgetting to make more videos. A lot of people are hypersensitive. I'll be honest, people can call me names, people can do whatever. It doesn't really change anything because, like, you're some dude or some person I will probably never meet again. There are 2 million people in my state. You're one of 2 million in my state alone. And I just find that the average person's opinion doesn't matter. That's how it is. There's no point in getting irritated over stupid stuff for long periods of time. Like, I remember when I was a kid, you'd call somebody a name in school, and they'd call you a name back, and you'd call them a name back, and then the teacher would eventually stop you. Nowadays, you call somebody a name and they start crying about it. You got your tissues, hell yeah. And yeah, there's only 2 million people in my state, which is a lot, but you know, relatively speaking, it's a low population number for one of the states. Last year, no, 3 years ago, it was 1 million. So in the last 3 years, we've had another million people show up. I get it. But some people have earned being called names. Oh. These ball bearings might actually need lubrication. That's interesting. It doesn't feel as smooth as it did before. So we'll go ahead and swap that real quick. Like, I'm going to be honest, if let's say you ordered something at a restaurant and you get that something and something you asked for them to leave off is on it, and you start freaking out about it and you're not allergic to it, you deserve to be called a douchebag because what up with is ridiculous and they can't talk without getting fired. So, if you're going to treat somebody like that, have it be somebody that can treat you like that back. Because you deserve it. My cat, I don't even know her sleep schedule because she sleeps out in the garage. I know for a fact that she's awake at 2. And she was awake yesterday at 4. Because I went to sleep after 4. And went out and hung out with her for a while. So this right here is mineral oil, for anybody curious. We've got 51 people in here. I figured I'd explain what I'm doing real quick. Ball bearings are to make these more smooth. They ride more smooth when you open them when they're on ball bearings. Like this one doesn't have ball bearings and it kind of just stops where you put it. But this one's on ball bearings and really, really smooth and easy to move. Anyway, it just makes things more smooth. Now, some ball bearings don't need lubrication, some do. See, what I do instead of getting mad at people all the time is when I'm driving and somebody does something stupid, I get mad at them and take it out in my car or in my truck for 10 seconds and then forget about it. Because there is no point in staying angry about something for more than 10 seconds because it ruins the rest of your day. And the amount of near-death experiences I've been in this week is phenomenal. I don't drive all the time. I love driving, but I don't drive all the time. And in the last, I think, 2 weeks, I've been put into crappy situations while driving at least 9 times. And in one day, I got 4 near accidents where I had nothing to do with it. Because everybody that drives in my state sucks at driving. I don't know how they got their licenses out of a cereal box, but I need one of those cereal boxes. Because I barely passed my driving test, and I'm a pretty good driver. And it's not the driving portion that I almost failed, it's the written portion where they word everything weird. Everything's small stuff, yeah. Nothing, literally almost nothing matters. So being mad for extended periods of time about, again, I'll say I have a right to be mad when somebody almost kills me. You know? However, staying mad about it, not worth it. I have the rest of the day to do stuff. And frankly, I'm not dead, so I'm going to make this easy on myself real quick. I'm going to take everything on this off, flip it over. Welcome back. How busy is the other stream? Better question. What's the stream about? Well, blow your nose. Don't sniff, because one of my buddies had there's 110 people in there and you need to show up. That blows my mind. What kind of engagement? Because I get almost no engagement. I've got you 3 at the moment, and that's about it. Earlier I had more people, but that was before I ended the first stream and then started the second one. Well, I'm assuming based off of what game is being played that the people watching aren't very mature. I was going to tell you guys what mineral oil is. So this stuff that I'm using is called mineral oil. It is a food safe odorless, tasteless liquid that is really good at lubricating stuff like this. I use it on my knives because it's food safe. And you can get it quite cheaply at your local drugstore or, like CVS and stuff like that. And you will find it in the laxative section. Well, you listen here. Most people that watch that content, I don't think so, no. I don't think it's safe for that kind of stuff. Yeah, but your sewing machine isn't used around food, so. And that does make sense, by the way. The gun oil thing makes sense, not the sewing machine around food. That doesn't make any sense. There we go. The only reason it's food safe is because it is a laxative. Just because it is food safe doesn't mean I suggest downing a bottle of it, because you will sit on the toilet for days. I'm not speaking from experience. I just know for a fact that you're not going to be having a good time for the next few days. Call it a cleanse or something. I don't know. Gets hated on because what? Ooh, I'm going to talk shit about you because you play video games at the age of 46. Nobody cares. Genuinely, if you ever get in a one-on-one conversation with her, nobody cares about anything that anybody says. Nope, that's a new one. I went through 30 something Q-tips over the last day. Just from cleaning. Yep. I cleaned 14 knives in the last 2 days. I need to put up a Facebook ad saying, hey, I'll clean your knife for $1 if you let me record while I clean it. T6. Really not happy about that, but there's nothing I can do about it. That is a lot smoother than it was without the oil on it. So these things are freaking spendy. I got it for $20, brand new when it's a limited run, a sprint run, I think. Like I'll clean your knife for $5. Wipe most the stuff off of it, and I'll take it apart and clean it. Let's see. Kaiser Mini Sheepdog 4V. Go. No. Yes, so it was a Christmas version of it for 2023, I think. And brand new, they went for $155. And I got it for $20. Welcome back again. It's smooth. The detent is a little strong, but it's smooth. Like this one's smooth too. It's not that I don't like it, it's that I won't. I won't tell people what to do because wait until you sneeze and you pull a muscle in your back. It's the worst. I won't sell that one to you, no. If you want, I'm trying to think of one that I will sell. I have a couple that are coming up for sale here pretty soon. I need to take pictures of them. Dude, the worst experience I've had with a sneeze was I sneezed and pulled something in my lower back and couldn't walk right for like a week. And I'm only 23. It hurt so bad. No, I bought it for 20. Brand new, they run 155. There's no way I'm selling it for that low. Nice try though. I'll sell this one for a good price though. Well, if you don't sneeze, then you cause other problems. Why did I buy it for 20? Because it was a good deal. It's my first Kaiser right here. Great company too. They make a lot of good stuff. And frankly, I don't want to put this one up for sale, so it won't be being sold. Nope. I don't have any. I have one Tonto. No clue what you're getting at with that. I bought it from a pawn shop. I have it happen a lot more than you think I do. I don't know. I don't really care what people say. Like, if you annoy me, I'll put you in timeout. Like, you'll be stuck in timeout for 5 minutes. Big whoop. But I got it from a pawn shop. It was a good deal. One of my buddies sold it to the pawn shop. He offered. This is the best part. So this guy, he buys auctions with knives in them, and he sells the knives to people. And when the knives don't sell, he sells them to the pawn shop. Well, there's no airplane over me right now, so it must be for you. What is the new one price? This one brand new? I'll sell to anybody. I couldn't care less. I don't have anything against anybody. This one brand new was 155. It was a Christmas sprint run from 2023. It's sharp too. Have I sharpened it? Nope. I can cut the swirlies out of paper. Swirly paper. I don't think it's big enough to keel. Yep. I kind of just stop looking because I start freaking out when I get so many. Yeah, the stream earlier, I had, you know how I had to, I don't know if anybody was here. I had to stop the stream earlier because I had to go pick my sister up. It was a 1.5 hour stream and I got 11,000 views off of it. It was wild. I peaked at like 150 people watching. It was a lot of people. Almost nobody talked though. I mean, yeah. I've been doing really good this last week. Carvey, how you doing? What are we sitting at right now? Like, I'm gonna guess 1,060. Just a wild guess. Not bad for a first Kaiser knife either. I got that a while ago. 300? No. Unless you're talking about something else. Dashboard. Okay, 1,080. That makes more sense. Oh, I was talking about how many subscribers was I at. Well, how many knives is too many? At the moment, I can tell you 180 isn't enough. No, I wasn't fixing that watch. I was swapping what strap was on it, though. Forgot how fun this thing is to play with. You just need one more what? I already told you, I'll sell you whatever. I mean, here, I'll show you where to go. All right? This right here. This QR code will bring you directly to my Blade Binge account. And I'll show you guys proof just so nobody thinks I'm screwing around with you. Go straight to my Blade Binge account. Here it is. And this is what I have for sale right now. 90, 35, 50, 35, and another 45. So if you wanted to buy anything from me to support the channel or whatever you plan on doing with it, leave me out of your plans, please. But yeah, there you go. You just need one more knife. I don't believe that. You know how many times I've said I only need one more? Or this will be the last one? I don't think I've ever said... No, I did say that once. I said this is the perfect knife. Once. Yeah, we all need just one more. And then you get that one more, and you need another one. The perfect knife, the only one I've ever said, it's the perfect knife, was this one. Dude, I say I only need one more, and then Cold Steel makes solid stuff. It depends on what you're looking at, though. Well, congratulations to your brother's wife. Well, it may be what you need, but this one ain't for sale, so do with that info what you will. And this one also doesn't lock, so you push on the blade and it just closes. Welcome back again. The ASMR streams, so when I lost my voice, I did ASMR streams where I was just whispering and people thought that I was just screwing around, but I couldn't talk. I wonder if a cardboard. Maybe I'll try one of those one of these days. I don't know, ASMR streams don't seem like something people would watch when it comes to knives. I like Gouda, smoked Gouda. That's my favorite cheese. Specifically for snacking on. Favorite cheese to put on a sandwich is Swiss or pepper jack. Those are my favorite for sandwiches. Gouda's good. It's a little pricey, but it's pretty good. I think it's worth the cost. I may be just some nerd on the internet, but it does taste Gouda, indeed. You're not wrong. Maybe I should talk to them about that. No, nobody's gonna care. Not a big deal. No. Blue cheese is not my kind of thing. It tastes wrong. It looks wrong. Gouda's really good, but there's something about that blue cheese that makes me want to throw up, and I don't know what it is. You can troll with as many questions as you want. The things that get me there are a few things that can make me throw up. Broken bones is one of them. Other people throwing up. And like I was being sarcastic when I said blue cheese would make me throw up, but there are very few things that'll get me to actually do that. It doesn't look appetizing to me, let's put it that way. Cheese in general is mold. All cheese is mold, genuinely. How you doing, Mike? How's the knife going? Or, how's the knife going? That was good. How's the night going? That was a good one. I didn't even try to say that. I don't think we're going to be taking anything else apart tonight. However, what we can do is we can look at knives that are up for sale. And I can show you guys what I think are good deals or not. A Locust from what company? Because I don't think I've heard of that one. That's going up for sale soon. I just need to think of what price I'm going to put it up at. This one isn't, though. That's mine. I've started keeping my personal collection and the YouTube channel's collection separate. And yes, they are separate. CJRB Locust. We'll look that up. It sucks when good restaurants close. It really does. See, Kajerb Locust. Oh, that's interesting. Normally I don't go for button locks. There's a few that I like, but normally I don't. Hmm. That car, how you doing? How do you like, genuine question, I need to ask this. I'm doing all right. How do you like the thumb plate? Because it's not a common thing that companies do. Thumb plates are pretty unusual. It looks like a solid knife. Just I know an insane amount about knives. Genuinely, I have forgotten more than most people will ever know. And I've only been into this hobby for like 3 years. But I do a lot of research on stuff before I buy it. I wouldn't doubt that it works great. It looks like it's a solid knife. Yep, stop being sick. Pro tip, you'll feel better if you're not sick. Everybody calls me KO. Yep. All my buddies call me KO. Everybody does. Online, anyway. Nobody calls me that in person. It'd be weird. Oh, I give great pro tips. Genuinely great pro tips. Another pro tip for all you people that are broke. Being broke means you can't afford things, including drugs. Buy knives, be broke, you won't do drugs. Ah, solid tips right here. So we'll look at the expensive stuff because why not? We'll go with price high to low. How about that? I think everybody should have enough money set aside to afford where you live for 3 months. So first, put that money aside and then act like you're broke. That's what I do is I act like I'm broke. So this one, $9,800. Damn. Rehat Jack 1.5. 9,800. Damn. That's a lot of money. Thanks, Bonk. That's a great name, by the way. Oh my god, this phone is so slow. It's an interesting looking knife. I wish it showed better through the stream. I don't think that my insurance company would do that. I'm like 70% sure that my insurance company would just take the money and pocket it. An arch nemesis. There you go. $5,000. How would you guys like to pay $5,000 for this? I have a hard time spending over 300 because I can't afford that much. No, it's priced a little high. But they're always priced a little high. 4,600. Marfione Borka. 45. No. Cook Tools Collection. Yeah, a bag 40th, yeah. You might have 5K in guitars. I have like 6,000 in knives and 1,500 in watches. Both of those hobbies get expensive very quickly. The watches get expensive real quick. Sharp by Design, Typhoon. I don't know. See, this is why I don't go into the expensive stuff, because none of it makes sense. Low to high. Winterblade Co. Factor 8. That's not that bad of a price. Although $500 is a lot for the average person. I would trade almost all of my knives for a truck. Y'all weren't expecting that, were you? SOCOM Elite, not my kind of thing. Yeah, I don't have that kind of money. Do not buy. This knife is up for a trade. Well, I'm going to buy it just to bother the dude. Not. A Strider. An Essie Azula for 500. Yeah, right. I would look into, I know you're probably not thinking about it, but look at your surrounding states at their vehicles. You never know, it might show up. No, I'm not looking into that. AD 20.5. at 65 HRC. Damn. That's not bad. 500 still a lot for it though. Yeah, unfortunately, somebody would probably take you up on that offer. God, I'm done looking at the expensive stuff. There's a reason why I don't go on here often. Makes me feel like I'm broke. Wait, I am broke. That explains a lot. Well, you've got 48 people in here, and so far nobody's taken the offer, so good luck with that. Let's just close the app and reopen it because it's going slow. I'm going to be honest, this isn't the most interesting conversation I've had in this situation. Welcome back again. Man, I said I wanted to look at the cheap shit, not this. Oh, well, that's your problem. You're not healthy yet. Another pro tip, don't sleep on your back, sleep on your side. Hey, Lacey's selling stuff. Hmm. I don't know what those go for. Why don't people leave reviews? I have not had a raccoon in my hand yet. Probably. Most people that watch me are in the 20 to 35-year-old range, and then 65 plus. Hmm. Hmm. I want to skip a few pages. Skip to like page 3 and see what's on there. Everybody seems to like the raccoon, but I want you to look into the. Is it? What's the company that you were just talking about? The Vosteed Psyop. Psyop, I believe. Look into that knife. I think it's a little bit more pricey, but everybody seems to like it. It was one of the more popular ones. Smash the phone. Nah, I'm good. Thanks, though. If you could pay for a new phone, then sure. But guess what? I don't have monetization right now, so you can't pay me. Honestly, it's probably what I'm going to start doing on my live streams more often. I just sit here and scroll knowing that nothing that's showing up is going to be interesting for the first few pages. Like, why is this thing $12 when brand new it's like 7? There is a way to show me a picture. Quite easily, in fact. Do you have Instagram? It is the easiest way. Man, are you telling me I gotta scroll one page at a time? Bullshit. You think I want to scroll one page at a time? No. The O has a period after it too, but it should be. If you click on my YouTube page, I have links on my bio, and one of them is for my Instagram. If you just at me on a post, I could probably tell you what the knife is. Why do you like the MSI? I mean, I'm not saying I dislike it, but it's way too big for me. Hey, we're starting to get into the SOGs and stuff. A buck knife, that's not going to sell. You know, people don't do very solid, dude, they're expensive. I'll show you the most expensive one I have. Most expensive one I have. That's not a bad knife, actually. For 15 bucks, that's not bad. So I'm going to look this up to show you guys proof that it costs so much. I don't care. You can mention them, but I mean, it's... Yeah, so right here, it's too big. So this is a Kershaw Junkyard Dog 2 in titanium. There's only 1,000 of these. And the last one that sold on Arizona Custom Knives sold for 450. So it's a freaking expensive knife. I didn't get it for that much. I got it for way less, but that's how much they're selling for. So the MSI is huge. That's why I don't like it. Is it's got a 4-inch blade, and my go-to blade size is 3.5. Yeah, Chicago Knife Works does good stuff. Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Um, Bam. Arizona Custom Knives. They make decent stuff. Round up, basically $4.50. It's the same knife. This one has the pocket clip though. But I have a second one for the pocket clip. So, bam. There you go. I think it's overpriced. I'll see if I can see it. And I'll see if it has a name because I'm not 100% sure that all knives have names. It looks like a copy of a Benchmade Crooked River. But I'll do a Google image search real quick for you. And yep, you have a good one. Zach's stuff is one of them guys he's a supporter of Benchmade, and they sponsor some of his stuff. I don't really like Benchmade. Yeah, it looks like you've got a clone of a Benchmade Crooked River. Or no? I think that's what it is. No, it isn't. The bug out is 80 isn't the worst. Look. Yeah, if you want a real one of this knife, I'm going to crop this real quick so that you're not in the picture. So this one, if you use Google Lens, what'll pop up is the Benchmade Crooked River. So, yeah. It looks soft. That blanket looks soft. So if you wanted a real one, it's like $270 or something. They're pretty pricey. Yep. Anyway. I wouldn't because it is overpriced. Oh, we were talking about the bug out being overpriced. I sleep with one blanket and three pillows. One pillow that's the shape of a triangle. It works good. And then two regular pillows. No. Especially right now. Today outside it was 100 and something degrees. It was like 101. And the house doesn't cool off fast enough for that to be a problem. The bug out needs to have aftermarket scales for it to feel halfway decent. And from what I've heard from everybody that got one, that got aftermarket scales for it, like titanium scales or G10 scales or something, they liked it way more when it had the aftermarket scales. It does, but if you get titanium scales, then you don't need the liners. I mean, you need them in there, but the liners aren't as big of a deal. Where's that other knife that goes in here? The one I said I was going to sell. The one that one dude wanted. Oh, sitting on top of my gum. So look into like, I mean, you're going to blow a shit ton of money on scales for it, but everybody that I've talked to is happy. What makes you think it's a $120 knife? The bug out is $160 now. Starting price. The bug out's no longer reasonable. That's why I say that it's overpriced. I'm going to show you on, not on their website, on everybody else's website. Blade HQ, because that's where I go. Low to high. Exactly, that is true. I said low to high, not popular. Okay, so it starts at 170 now. The orange one is 170. The blue one, the original. Oh, that's a mini bug out 170. The original is 180. 180. Another mini bug out for 180. That's a mini bug out. 2.3 inches. 190. 190. Honestly, so it starts at 180. Coast makes, I wish they made better stuff. This is just sad. When you look at these things. Now this is aluminum scales for $300, not even titanium. Carbon fiber for $320. That's a mini bug out for $320. This shit's ridiculous, dude. And the most expensive one is the red rich light and gray. It's not even titanium. This is... Well, you should learn how to sharpen then. So we're going to check this thing out. Red rich light is a really cool material. Look at that stuff. I'll show you what it looks like in person. And then I'll tell you what I paid for this knife. Okay. This is what rich light looks like. This is a Kaiser original in rich light and 154 cm. And these were on sale when I bought it for $40. And this is so much better than a bug out. So this was 40. That bug out with the red rich light was 400. The bug out is not 10 times better than this knife. Honestly, I eat burritos at like 1 or 2 in the morning, so I'm not going to tell on you for that. I don't think anybody would. Yeah, you can get titanium scales for the bug out for like $90, $100, 99, so 100. But it has a butterfly on it. Yeah, screw the butterfly, dude. You're literally only paying for the name. I already know that Benchmade's one of those companies that will never sponsor me because I'm honest, which is why I don't mind talking shit, because they've earned that. And oh my god, one of the videos that's done the best. Yes, drink water. That's the only thing I will tell you to do. Go get some water. One of my videos that did, I think it did good. Exactly. The Kaiser original is so much better than the bug out for less. So let's go into my account and view channel. 1,080 subscribers. Look at that. Hell yeah. So we'll scroll down, and right here, oh, it didn't get great video or great views, but 189 views of me just talking about how Benchmade is extremely overpriced. And that I recommend buying used knives over new knives, because I don't care if Benchmade makes money or not at their prices currently. And don't get me wrong, I would love to support an American company like that. I think the Narrows is more. I think it's at 600 now. Everything on the Benchmade lineup. You can do either. It's up to you. Again, not going to tell you what to do. Narrows. The knife that nobody ever asked for, because why would you ask for that? It's 580 now. And then the DLC version's like 600. This is a mini Narrows, and it's the price of the regular Narrows back then. You know, when I look up Narrows, I expect the only thing to show up be the one where Narrows with the S. Luna, how you doing? Benchmade Narrows. Yeah, you're going to love this. So the full-size Narrows is 580. The mini is 560. And then the mini Narrows in DLC is 580, and the full-size one's 600. Kaiser makes solid knives. Like, for the price, they make really good stuff. Highly recommend them. Especially their 154 cm. Their blade steel is great. Nope, we're just looking at knives and talking about how overpriced they are. You know what knife is really fun to look at is if you go into the Blade HQ website and you do view all knives, and then you go down to the thing where it says popular, sort by, and you go high to low. And the top one is going to be this pair of knives right here, the Marfione Custom Halo 3s. Now these, it says call to ask for price. Before they had call to ask for price, the pair of them was $10,000. Okay? And then they went up in price after they were already made. These are prototypes. They will never make them again. So the fact that they went up in price is beyond me. They went up to $10,750. Yep, 10K. You know what you could buy with $10,000? A truck, a car, like a running, reliable vehicle. These things have been up for sale for like 3 years. They will never sell, especially for the price they're asking. Ooh, it's on sale for 3,500. Ooh. Yeah, that I forgot to bring that up. This pair right here, it's the most insane purchase like ever because the blades on these things. Focus, we don't need you being that kind of a thing. Let me open this one. This is 2.5 inches. That's too big. The blades are this long. It's a 2-inch blade. 2 inches. That's it. You're paying $10,750 plus because they removed the price tag. It could be 11 for 2 knives with 2-inch blades. I don't think they suck. They're made by Marfione Customs. They're not bad. It's just they're way overpriced. But they each come with their own carbon fiber coffin case, which is kind of cool. That sucks. That's why I don't think marriage is a feasible thing these days. No, this stream isn't family friendly. I don't have it set to be recommended to children because I say the fuck word a lot. So Max Ace makes some expensive stuff too, though. Yeah, they've had them up for like 2 or 3 years, at least 2. I know that. My favorite lock. I don't like the axis lock, the crossbar lock. I don't like it. I think frame lock is probably going to be my decision because they are cool, but 10 plus is just ridiculous for what you're getting. All you're getting is bragging rights. Genuinely, that's all you're getting. Maybe some rich dude buys them and then donates them somewhere. I'll agree. The Snex lock, his design was pretty cool. The super lock, the recoil lock, whatever you want to call it. SNECX. Snex is a cool guy. He's got some interesting designs out. The Buster, the Vision. Yep. The Tyro, I forgot about that one. That one's pretty cool too. I didn't know that was I don't think these are Snex designs. Yeah. So the regular Vision, the Civivi Vision, starts at $85. $84.90 right here. And then the Civivi version goes up to 105, 109. Okay. And then there's the Wii knives version. And the Wii knives version starts at 300 and goes up to this, where this one, titanium scales with holes in them for some stupid reason, and the pocket clip on the back, Damasteel, for 769. The Meteor Lock. Whose is that? I love that. The Wii Knife Co. Vision R is a unique knife with a very unique lock. It's unlike any other knife on the market. That's not true anymore. Because guess what? I mean, these are all Vision R's right here. All these down here. It's the Vision R. I mean, that's the way it is. But the Vision FG, it's a button bolster lock. The Vision FG is the exact same knife for less than half the price. I wouldn't go with these ones that are regular, but I would go with the Damascus ones because they use better steel with the Damascus for once. Most of the Damascus knives, they choose a worse Damascus than they choose for the regular ones. It just looks cooler. This Damascus is actually functional. My cat is meowing at the back door. So Meteor Lock. I'll look that up real quick. Oh, Ramet. Okay. Oh, it's a top liner lock. Okay. Or it's a top frame lock. No, it's not. You know, I had this idea years ago. Dude, S30V Vision FG would be wild. How much is it? My cat is meowing at the back door. Meow. 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 Come here, kitty. Oh, kitty. Kitty cat. Kitty. Hi. Boop. Kitty. Hi. She's an outside cat, so she tends to stay outside. But I bring her in to say hi every once in a while. Kitty cat. Nope, you're going back out. And out you go. Come on. Out you go. Come on. Nope, nope. Gotta go back out. Oh, you can go. She's shedding. So that's always fun to deal with. All the knives in boxes. And now my face is covered in cat fur. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me that it sold out. I remember when the FG went on sale at Blade HQ and it sold out instantly. I was real sad about that one. But yep, her name is Dummy. Because she got herself locked in the shed like 6 times. That sucks. I could have been the person to patent this lock. Because I was thinking about that lock years ago. Scary to think that I could have made money for once. It's just that patents are really expensive. You guys probably don't know this side of things, but patents, I've been looking into a lot of this stuff because I am coming out with my own stuff, and patenting, the patent isn't the part that's expensive. It's like $500. Getting somebody to write the patent for you, that's like 14 to 20 grand. Expensive shit. Well, I wish them luck. Trust me, if patenting wasn't as expensive as it is, I'd be making a shit ton of money right about now. Eh. I'm curious. Tell me. Don't be surprised if I start bringing up quality though. So that's the trade-off is I'm very picky when it comes to Damascus stuff. T8. Actually, let's use the tools that this thing has sent with it. So the knife that, or the company that makes this knife that I have on the sheet right now is called Jin. You can get them on Amazon. They're Jin knife kits. So what they come in is a box. Imagine that. Super shocking. Pro tip, most new knives come in boxes. Bet you didn't know that. But not all of them do. Anyway, it comes taken apart, and I'm going to take it apart and show you guys all the pieces that it comes with. It comes with 3 springs, but you only need 1. Oh, I stripped my bit. That sucks. I guess that explains why why I've been using the other screwdriver. So we're going to take this whole thing apart, and I'm going to show you all the parts that it comes with. Okay. So yeah, you can do this yourself. Let me wipe that stuff off real quick. And of course, as usual, Q-tip to the rescue. Cleaning up excess stuff. Okay. I guess there is one more thing that was optional. Okay. So these are all the things that it comes with, along with this screwdriver and the green one over there that I've been using that green one for months. It kind of deserved to die eventually. This one's solid though. the orange one. I haven't had troubles with this one. So it comes with the blade, both liners, ball bearings, barrel spacers, a button, the spring for the button, a stop pin, thumb studs, these screws to hold the liner onto the scale, and then these two screws to hold this liner onto this scale. Pocket clip with 2 screws and the pivot screw. And I think that's it. So we'll be putting this thing back together, starting off with, I don't have a problem with them selling Benchmade. I just think Benchmade is overpriced. So I personally won't buy from Benchmade. It's a personal thing. It's not something to get mad about. Okay, so we put this right here. Then we screw it in while holding the barrel spacer in place. Then we grab the other barrel spacer, put it in the right spot, hold it in place while, yeah, you're not going to roll away. We put the other screw in. Okay. Next, yep. There's a reason I don't buy from Benchmade. It's because they're overpriced. Okay. Now, we'll loosen this up and tighten it again real quick. Okay. Then a little bit of mineral oil, non-scented, because the scented stuff is a little bit sticky. Drop it on. Okay. Next, we will grab the blade and insert the button into this section right here. And then put the blade and the button in the right spot. There we go. Next goes the stop pin, which goes right next to the button. Okay. Then we will put some oil on the other right here, just on a few of them. Okay. Okay. Then we will grab the other liner and put it on, lining everything else up. Yep, can't say I didn't see that coming. So now I got to hold this all together and then loosen this one. Okay. Now that all this stuff is in the right spot, we will grab the spring. There are 3 of these that come in the box. Not that you need all of them, but one of them goes right there in the cup on the button. You line it up and press down all the way. Put this there we go. Tighten this. I don't know why, but Bowie knives over 6 inches are illegal here. It's one of the dumber laws. All right. I'm fed up with this crap. Where's my magnetizer thing? Oh, it was here just a bit ago. I don't know where I put it. Well, apparently it flew off to Narnia or something. Nope, they're legal. They are legal. I think after this, I'm probably going to head to bed. It's 1:28 here. Not that that's super late, but there's 14 people in here, and that's not a whole lot. So 10 people now. No, I don't. I usually go live on Fridays and Saturdays. So this also comes with the thumb studs, which go in the hole that's in the blade. And that's an optional thing. I should live stream every day, but I don't. But I could. It's draining. It's very draining. Anyway, all back together. Jin Rhino Jr. kit on Amazon. I want to say $33. I'll probably end the stream in like 29 minutes. It'll be 2 o'clock. I'll have time to do something else before bed, and then, yeah, that makes things easy. What should we look at now? eBay. Is there anything interesting on eBay? Well, I can't show you guys what's in my cart, but I can tell you I have a lot of Kershaw leaks that I'm looking into that I'll be cleaning up and then selling. So that'll be great. I might get off sooner. I might just get off in like 7 minutes or something. I wouldn't mind doing 30, but 7 minutes makes it a full 3 hours, a 3-hour live stream, and then, yeah, I'll think about it. We'll see what happens when we get there. Trying to think if I have anything else to take apart, because I don't think I do, and I don't have anything to sharpen. Oh, that's one of the downsides doing this is, yeah, I'm starting to get tired. Not like sleepy tired, but sitting here in the same chair for such a long time, it kills your back. So I might do the end it in 6 minutes and then go and relax for a bit before heading to bed. I'll be sticking this thing up for sale here pretty soon. Well, I'm in a chair that you're supposed to sit in for dinner. You know how long dinner is? 30 minutes max. And I've been sitting in it for 3 hours. It is not designed to be sat in for as long as I've been sitting in it. Nope. That very rarely happens. It's just uncomfortable. There isn't really a comfortable position in this chair, so. Yep. Well, while we're sitting here, we got 4 minutes. Let's see how quickly I can take apart a Kershaw leak and put it back together. I put away the screwdriver, so we'll have to take that out. Yeah, my, if I shift my back the right way, it pops. There, it's apart. We'll add a little bit more, oh. There's some stuff that seeped. So we'll clean that up while we're in here. I might stick around, I don't know. It's like another 24 minutes. Depends on how my back is feeling after this. Okay. We'll use a little bit of grease on this. On the top side. There. Throw that Q-tip away. I love how it went from me saying, let's see how fast I can take this knife apart and put it back together, to me doing a full maintenance on it all over again. Even though I just did that yesterday. I think I'm done oiling these things, because it seems like no matter what I do, the oil always seeps through into the spot where I don't want it to be. So I think I'm just going to not do that anymore. It'll be extra wear, but I don't know, they're wear items, they're kind of supposed to. College is expensive. I don't know if I'd waste that money. Welcome back, by the way. Didn't know you could do that. Oh, this is so fun. So much for trying to do this quickly. I don't know about you, but I feel like college is a waste of money. There. Took me long enough. Because you're like, if you have, let's say your major is business, which is actually a really good one, by the way. Um, you still have to take math classes and general health classes and stuff like that for a major that has nothing to do with any of those other things. All that time that you spend learning about these useless classes is time that is wasted because it's not something that you plan on using in your career. That's the way that I look at college, as being a waste. But that's just a me thing. Keep thinking that I see a new comment and there's not one there. Well, here's the thing. What's high school for then? If high school, like, if you're majoring in something in college, they shouldn't force you to focus on other classes that don't add to your education. I learned how to write professional emails when I was in middle school. I don't need help on how to learn how to write emails or how to talk properly. English class? Like, are you kidding me? I've been speaking English my entire life, except when I was in Mexico where I spoke a little bit of Spanish. You'd think by the time that you're 18, you'd know how to talk. Nowadays, everybody, God, we're just getting dumber and dumber. 145. Just sounds like a bunch of crap to me. I'm not trying to convince people not to go to college, but I just don't see the benefit of Certain things I can understand going to college for. Exactly. Starting with the books that change every year. Oh, you need to buy this new set of books, and each book is $270. You shitting me? I just won't go. I should put my watch back on. I keep on reading a clock instead of just looking at my watch. You have a good one. Another pro tip for you: if you're gonna pass out, be in bed first. Falling your height, however tall you are, and hitting your head on something is not the best way to go. Drowning isn't either, but welcome back. Again, 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 again. I was just telling Lori here how, see, I'm 6 feet tall. If I fell and hit my head from 6 feet up, I'd probably die. So the shorter you are, the safer you are. But yeah, fun stuff. I give the best pro tips. I also give great life advice, but I won't take my own advice most of the time. Medium to medium rare, somewhere between the two. I'm happy with both. Whatever you do, don't give me a well done steak though. I don't want to eat your tires. Well, how tall is really tall? Because my sister is 5'9", I think, and she's 15. But apparently she's not going to grow any taller, is what the doctor said, so that's fun. That means I will always be taller. Except when she wears high heels. She's freaking tall with high heels on. Yep, that's pretty freaking tall. Not too long from now, you'll start being mistaken as an adult. I think I was like 5'7" by the time I was. Give me a sec, it's been a while. I was taller than my mom at 11. I was taller than my dad at 16, I think, is when I noticed it. But I do this weird thing, like my body does this weird thing where I'm 23 and a couple months ago I got a growth spurt and I grew like an extra inch. to where I'm actually 6 foot now and not 5'11". And the only reason I say that is it's a pain in your bones in your shins that you can't describe in any other way. It's not like any other kind of pain. Hurts a lot. Here, let me do this closer to the mic. Oh, this could be sharper. Hello, Daily Motivation. How you doing? You are my subscriber. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Yep. Nope. Sharpening a knife at the moment, and then I'm going to be heading to bed here pretty soon. Well, ending the stream and doing something else. Because sitting in this chair for hours sucks. I don't mind hanging out with you guys, but it's the chair that really kills it. I'm from Idaho. I should sleep, but I'm not done, so... Also, insomnia is going to kick my ass. Even if I got into bed, I wouldn't fall asleep for another hour and a half. I should start with the 400. I don't even know why I started with the 600. Nope. These aren't whetstones, they're diamond plates. You don't use water on them or else they start to rust. No, you're good. Asking questions is always the way to learn stuff. Getting better. Since January 15th. No. That's when I started the account. My first video was uploaded on content shorts. Keep going. Keep going. February 3rd, 2023. I started the channel on January 15th, 2023. I'll be honest, I wouldn't have really continued this knife content stuff if I didn't get 4 subscribers from that first video. Yep, it's been a fun time. Met a lot of people. And some of the videos that I've done that are doing the best are the ones where I teach people stuff, so that's always cool. Well, I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. I'm a little too far into the hobby to stop. Let's put it that way. And I mean, once you hit 1,000 subscribers, there's no point in stopping. I couldn't imagine stopping just because... I don't know, I don't think there's any reason why I would. Especially now, I think people start taking me more seriously. Okay. Strop time, because I don't think it needs 1,000 grit finish. Actually, Beautiful. Damn. You hit 15. Hell yeah. Congrats on hitting 15. How long did that take you? Well, it is 2:03, 2:02 in the morning. I think I'm going to go ahead and hop off here. Appreciate you guys sticking around. We hit 50 likes, which is awesome. What was the last knife I put on a short? The Kershaw Iridium? You talking about this one? You have a good one, Bonk. I like that name. That name is pretty funny. Yeah, it's a Kershaw Iridium. It's a little pricey for what you get. This one will be put up for sale on Blade Binge for $45. Okay, you have fun with your religion, I guess. That would make sense. That adds up. Or that tracks. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. No, I don't. I listen to scary stories at night. The channel I go to for that. I mean, I do either SCP videos or the Dark Somnium on YouTube. They do really good sound. I don't know how else to explain it. They do really good sound effects on their storytelling. It's really impressive. No, I'm serious. No reason to be scared where I'm from. Oh no, somebody broke into my house. I'll grab a shotgun or something. Big whoop. Nobody cares. Like, oh no, there's a monster in my dream. What am I going to do? Shoot it? I don't get those fun lucid dreams often, though. I wish I did. Anyway, you have a good one, Bonk. And everybody else in chat that's sticking around. Appreciate you guys for showing up. I've been streaming for almost 3.5 hours. We'll probably give it another 1 minute and then I'm going to get out. And 1 minute starts 4 seconds ago. Because then it'll be 3.5 hours even, and that'll make me feel good for some reason. Because even number. Is it receipt sharp? Oh my god. Dude. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll see you guys later. Have a good one. It is very sharp.